Hello, everybody. It's the Film Optimist, and today I'm talking about The Dark Knight Rises. Talk about the perfect ending to a perfect franchise. Sure, we'll see Batman again, but it won't top this. I can tell you that. Watch this movie, you won't be disappointed. Man. Bro, I'm trying to record a fucking review. Fucking selfish ass cat. Okay, Dark Knight Rises is. I still think it's a really good movie, but it won't top this. The Dark Knight was better than The Dark Knight Rises, in my opinion. So how could anything top Rises? Maybe I was just talking about after this, it won't top Rises. Like it will never be this good again. I still have yet to see Batfleck to actually see him in a starring role. I haven't seen Batman v Superman. I haven't seen all that. I just wanted to point this out before I actually talked about the movie because what a horrible review. Also, watch the movie, you won't be disappointed. Tons of fucking people were disappointed about this film, and rightfully so. I concede that there's a lot that's bad with this film, but I still like it. Um, Plot holes aside. At the end, I didn't really talk about Dark Knight, did I? I just like kind of just gushed over it for a little bit, but I really didn't talk about the story. Rachel dies in it. From the first one, his girlfriend, uh, played by Maggie Gyllenhaal that time around, and that's why I didn't want to spoil it because I was like, oh, but yeah, Rachel dies in it. Spoiler alert. And it's her in one warehouse, and Harvey Dent in another warehouse. They've kind of become a thing, kind of a couple, kind of really like each other. And Harvey Dent, he's like, I'm pretty sure that Joker's gonna kill me. Both one of the warehouses has bombs, the other one does not, or I think they both do. No, one does and one doesn't. Um, the SWAT goes to help Harvey Dent, and when they blast the door open, like a fire starts, and he falls into the gasoline and it burns off half of his face. He becomes Two Face. Flip of a coin, he chooses people's fate. Pretty cool version of the character. When Harvey Dent goes down at the end of the last film, Batman tells Commissioner Gordon, the city needs a hero that it deserves. Not I'm not the hero that the city needs or deserves. I forgot the fucking line. I'm the hero. I'm the hero this city deserves. What is it? Because he's the hero Gotham deserves, but not the one it needs right now. Because he's not our hero. Okay, that's Commissioner Gordon says that about Batman. Um, and people start kind of hating Batman. Um, he's like, I'll take the fall for this. It was my fault or Joker's fault. I don't remember the exact fucking context. I just know he left. Yep. And then Bane shows up 8 years after the death. 8 years after the death of District Attorney Harvey Dent, Batman has disappeared. Organized crime has been eradicated in Gotham City thanks to the Dent Act, giving expanded powers to the police. Commissioner James Gordon has kept the criminal acts of Dent after his disfigurement a secret and allowed blame for his crimes to fall on Batman. There we go. So it was on Batman. He has prepared a speech to read, revealing the truth, but decides not to read it. Bruce Wayne has become a recluse, and Wayne Enterprises is losing money after Wayne discontinued his fusion reactor project when he learned that it could be weaponized. And taking time off, he really gets fucked up. Like his legs, like he has to like use a cane and shit or some shit. Like he's just really fucked up. Um, he decides to get back into it when Bane shows up. New Wayne Enterprises CEO Miranda Tate shows up. Wayne finds comfort in her. The two become lovers. Using the stolen transactions, Bane expands his operations and kills Daggett. There's a bunch of shit going on that I don't really remember. Yeah, he shows up. Bane takes over Gotham. Bird. He shows up and he just takes over Gotham. really funny version of Bane, in my opinion. I think some people like, especially comic book purists, are like, it's a fucking luchador that uses drugs to get all fucking super massive, veiny, buff and shit. And like, the fuck is this guy? Like, it's a more, I guess, realistic approach. But the fuck. Also, Selena Kyle, Catwoman, played by let me look up Anne Hathaway. I don't know why her name escaped me. Tom Hardy's Bane. And Miranda Tate is Marianne Cotillard. She's fucking great. Um, and she's a great actress. Catwoman tries to rob Bruce Wayne. He stops her. Somewhere along this fucking depressed shit, Batman decides to be Batman again because Bane comes back, and it's like, okay, this is a real next level threat that I have to fucking. It falls on my shoulders, and I have to come back. So he comes out of retirement. For those that don't know, in the comic book, Bane is most famously known as the guy that broke Batman's back. They were like, we're gonna do that again in the movie. Um, it looks kind of jank in the film. It looks kind of fucking weird how he just goes down and like he doesn't crack. He just kind of like gets fucking limp and it just looks kind of fucking weird. Um, but still badass that it was in the movie. Like in any film, like oh wow, that's cool. A live action film, like whoa, it's kind of fucked up. Um, After he breaks his back, Daggett, rookie GCPD officer John Blake. Um, yeah, John Blake is he's a fellow orphan who deduced Wayne's secret identity, confronts him, and convinces him to return as Batman. So he's the one that tells him to go back to being Batman. He's like, I remember, I met you when I was a kid, and he just deduced it. Like makes sense. Bane reveals that he intends to fulfill Ra's al Ghul's mission to destroy Gotham. Oh fuck! Did I even talk about Ra's al Ghul's death from the first film? It's kind of fucked up. Batman notoriously, a lot of characters, a lot of superheroes in general don't kill people. They might kill like one person and go like that was fucked up and I should never do that again, or make exceptions, like some exceptions in some stories to their rule. Batman is notoriously known for like not killing people. He does not do that shit. It's not cool. He fucking kills Ra's al Ghul. They're on a train, and he's like, "I'm not killing you. You're killing you." And he gets out of you're killing you, and he gets the fuck out of the moving subway and shit, and it crashes to his death. Because I think it's only him and Raz at this time. I don't fucking remember. It's kind of fucked up, but uh, there's a neutron bomb. Yeah, where is it? Where is the fucking Batman fights Bane and Raw, but Bane defeats him, dealing a crippling blow to his back before taking him abroad to an underground prison where escape is virtually impossible. This is Bane is part of the League of Shadows. He's a former member of the League of Shadows, a mass terrorist. And he climbed out of that almost inescapable prison. Yeah, he like I think we saw this, and I think me and my brother and my mom saw this film. No, I watched it later with my brother, I think, and he was like, "That's bullshit," or maybe it was me. I don't remember. Either way, something comes up and it's bullshit. We'll get to it. Yeah, Bane taking him abroad to an underground prison where escape is virtually impossible. The inmates tell Wayne the story of Ra's al Ghul's child, who was born and raised in the prison before escaping, the only prisoner to have done so, climbing out with their hands and feet. And it sets up the like, oh shit, Bane is Ra's al Ghul's son. Oh fuck. Bane traps Gotham's police in the sewers and destroys the bridges surrounding the city. He kills Mayor Anthony Garcia and forces Dr. Pavel to convert the Wayne Enterprises fusion reactor core into a decaying neutron bomb before killing him as well. Bane reads Gordon's speech to the crowd, revealing the truth about Harvey Dent. Shortly after, he releases the prisoners of Blackgate Penitentiary. He instates martial law in the city and exiles and kills Gotham's elites. And Kangaroo Court is presided over by Jonathan Crane, Scarecrow from the first film. I don't remember. So he showed up in the second one. There was like a cameo that he did in Dark Knight, the last one. I think he was like a masked guard or a masked assailant with a Joker mask. I think he wasn't the Scarecrow. In this one, he Jonathan Crane is up there on. He's the fucking judge, but he has straw coming out of his fucking like shirt and everywhere. He's still the Scarecrow. 5 months later, Wayne escapes from the prison and returns to Gotham. Okay, so in the film, it does a horrible job at explaining this. So for a casual viewer, you're just like, wait, dude's back was broken. He starts exercising, and he gets over the fucking broken back. Like a prisoner helps him cope with the pain and fix his broken what, and then he shows up in a fucking suit. It's like, hey there. I forgot who he. I think he sees Commissioner Gordon, or he is Bruce Wayne. I think he sees Selena. I don't fucking remember. I just know he walks up, just like, hey. It's like, the fuck? Where'd you get your suit? What the fuck is this? You just stopped off at Wayne Enterprises, which isn't. You can't even do that. Yeah, you can, but you can't. You're just gonna show up there, get a suit, and then come over here for like a grand. Batman frees the police, and they clash with Bane's army in the streets. They. That's another thing. 5 months they're trapped in the sewers. For five. What do they eat? What do they drink? Was Bane feeding them and giving them? The whole purpose was to cut them off. Killing them would be so fucking easy for him. Miranda Tate so Batman frees the police and they clash with Bane's army in the streets. During the battle, Batman overpowers Bane. He starts whooping Bane's ass. Tate intervenes and stabs Batman, revealing herself as Talia al Ghul, Ra's al Ghul's daughter. Really important character in the movie. In comic book history, her and Batman fuck and have a kid, Damian Wayne, one of the most badass Robins. She activates the bomb's detonator, but Gordon blocks her signal. Talia leaves to find the bomb while Bane prepares to kill Batman, but Kyle arrives and kills Bane. Bane, the whole film, he's getting his ass beat in the fight. But then she shows up and just blasts him away with like her like bike and like a shotgun on the bike, and that's it. He's just dead. Batman and Kyle pursue Talia, hoping to bring the bomb back to the reaction. Talia's truck crashes, but she remotely floods and destroys the reactor chamber before dying. The horrible death scene. Just you won't be able to do it. Like, whoa, what was that? What was that acting? Just like that's not believable. I don't know how it looked on the camera. I'll watch it back and see how embarrassing it was. Uses his aerial craft, the Bat, to haul the bomb far away from the bay where it safely explodes. Before takeoff, Batman subtly reveals his identity to Gordon. It's a great line. He gets in the thing and he's like, so he's going to take the bomb away with the Bat, the flying helicarrier thing. And he's going to kill himself, basically. And he's like, a hero isn't just someone like within a mask. It's somebody. It could be someone who puts the coat around a boy whose parents were just killed, and he's like Bruce Wayne, and he flies away. It's fucking great. That's a beautiful scene. And earlier in the movie, Alfred is like, I don't want to see you this way. You need to move on. Basically, I want to see you one day away from all this. I want to see you in a cafe, and you don't even notice me or whatever. I forgot what the line is. In the aftermath, Batman is presumed dead and honors the hero. Wayne Manor becomes an orphanage, and Wayne's estate is left to Alfred. Gordon finds the Bat signal repaired, while Lucius Fox discovers that Wayne fixed a malfunctioning autopilot on the Bat. While vacationing in Florence, Alfred discovers that Bruce is alive and in a relationship with Kyle. Another big plot hole. How did he survive? He could have put it on autopilot, right? You don't see him jumping out of the plane. You don't see a splash. You don't see anything that would give it away that he could survive this in any possible way. So it's hard to defend. It's hard to defend a lot of the shit in this film. Blake, what's his first name? John Blake, whose legal first name is revealed as Robin, resigns from the GCPD and receives a parcel from Wayne, leading him to the Batcave. That setup was so fucking great. Um, Christopher Nolan notoriously, famously said, "Robin will never be in my film. Never be in my film." Um, and this is basically his version of his Robin. John Blake, a brand new character for the film, being Robin. I have no problem with it. I love Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I was really hoping that they would move on. Not even Christopher Nolan. He didn't have to do it. Put Joseph Gordon-Levitt in a suit. Make him Nightwing. Make him Batman. Fuck it. Make John Blake Batman, and go on from there. They didn't do that. We all know. Oh yeah, Liam Neeson um, appears to Bruce as a hallucination of Ra's al Ghul. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of cool stuff in this shit, but I still like it, even though there's a lot wrong with it. Um, that's it. That's all I got to say about Dark Knight Rises. A fine ending to a trilogy. I think I would have to agree with everybody else. I used to say it's Dark Knight Rises, and Batman Begins. It's probably Dark Knight, then Batman Begins, and Dark Knight Rises because it's got so many problems with it, so many shortcuts it took, and it just like it was very like it just left glaringly obvious plot holes. Like, the fuck is this doing here? We should fill this in. What? How is this possible? What's this doing here? Just, just move on. It's Batman. Fuck, just move on. Some of the fight scenes are fucking terrible, man. I get why people hate this movie. What I don't get is when people say this is the worst movie I've ever seen. What? There are there are way more horrible films out there. I can see why people would not like this, but I can also see why there are worse films than this. I don't know. That's that's my hot take on the Dark Knight Rises. I mean, nobody else, literally no one else, has thought this before. Um, you guys have a wonderful day. I saw this film with the next film that I'm going to talk about next week in theaters. I might mention that in the review anyway. You guys have a good one. Take care. What's your favorite Batman film? It's probably one I haven't seen because I've really only seen the Dark Knight trilogy. I haven't seen the originals, the original Batman stuff. You guys have a good one.